So today what I wanted to go over was mindfulness and conscious goal setting. See, people don't understand the difference between wanting something to happen or trying to make something happen from consciously setting goals. So the big difference here, of course, is that people are a lot more hopeful that things are going to happen now rather than actually making the plans to make them happen. So mindfulness is being aware of what is currently going on in your life and why things are not working out, and being connected to reality in everything that you're trying to accomplish. So combining the two, of course, you're consciously thinking about the goals that you wish to obtain, and you're setting plans to make them happen. Now, what many people do is they set a goal that's either too low, or they set a goal that just isn't very specific of what they actually want. So they tell themselves something like they want to gain more money, or they want to gain more freedom, or they want a larger house or a nicer car or something like that. But they didn't actually figure out the details of what it's going to take to accomplish that goal, or the best method to coming up with a strategy to actually achieve that goal. And worst of all, sometimes they just say that they want more money or something like that. And of course, that's not a very specific goal, because wanting more money means that you could just earn $10 more and then technically you gained your goal. So they don't want to get their hopes too high or be too specific or get too invested in their goals because they're afraid of the disappointment. But what you can do is set yourself up in a way that you also won't be disappointed, but can achieve more of your goals. So in that sense, let's say that you want to buy a new BMW car. So if you want to buy like a new BMW or any other brand car, that's the main goal. The main goal is to buy the car. So you have to look now at what your current income is and what your spending is and what your budget will be in the future, and also how much more extra you would need to either put away or earn on a regular basis, and figure out the time frame of it too. So now we have a little more specific questions to ask ourselves. And that is, as I mentioned, how much is this going to cost? How much do I need to save? How much more do I need to work? How can I manage my time in a more efficient way that my earnings would increase? Or how can I find a job that pays more so that I do maybe the same amount of hours and yet I make more money? So these are some questions to think about the goal setting, and usually people don't even touch these. They don't even touch these questions. They don't think thoroughly. So they want something, they want something, they want something, and they will continue to want it because it doesn't happen without the plan and the coordination and the goal setting and everything like that. So the way to make this easier when you think about it is to come up with a perfect strategy to obtaining your goals, and be mindful about the current situation. Be mindful about the negative things that you're doing in your life that are probably preventing you from this. So pay attention to your bad habits. And in that case, with the saving to get a BMW, then maybe you should be looking at your spending habits and your budget and being realistic about it. Be mindful about your current circumstances, of course. Like if you're telling yourself you want it and you just want it, you don't think it's going to happen, well, that's not going to help either, because when you set a goal, you have to, of course, believe that it's possible, that it can happen. So first you'll set the goal, and then you have to convince yourself that it's possible first before you go through with anything else. Because if you're sitting there and you're giving yourself negative self-talk and also just continually telling yourself that it's not going to happen, then of course it isn't going to happen.